Hello guys, this is Sneaky Snake here today, and in this video I'm going to be showing more extremely easy duplication glitches. These will be multiple, they're really easy to do, and also some of them will be very efficient. They can be done in late game or in early game if you're still a beginner. They're all super easy to do and get you a ton of items super quickly. And before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it'll help out a ton. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so this will be the first glitch. It's definitely by far the most efficient one, but does indeed require the most resources, like a bow, a food item, and the item you want to duplicate. So the first thing that you're going to do is make sure you have a food item, like how I have one here. And make sure there's only one in your inventory, because if there's more than one, it will not work, so you'd probably just hold it and put it to the side. So the first step you're actually going to need to do for this glitch is pull out your bow and fuse the item you want to duplicate to your bow. So I'm going to be fusing an ancient blade. I'll go ahead and fuse that to my bow. And the item you fuse to your bow will indeed be the item you're trying to duplicate. So now the next step is that you'll actually go into your inventory and go ahead and eat that food item. And you will indeed lose this food item. So once you eat it, go ahead and go to your bows, remove the bow and re-equip it, and then make sure you exit the menu. And then once you go back into the menu, you'll notice where that food item used to be, there's now that item that you're trying to duplicate. For me, it's an ancient blade, and it's not supposed to be here because it's supposed to go down to the rest of its stack down here. So this is going to be the glitched item. Alright, and so now the next step that you're actually going to do is that you're going to jump off this edge and you're going to go into your paraglider like this, and then quickly go into your inventory once you do that. And then you can go ahead and hold that item you're trying to duplicate, and then the rest of it down in the stack where the rest of that item is. And then once you do that, make sure you press Y to sort your items. And then you should see that the item you're trying to duplicate, the glitch stack, will actually be in the negatives, and it'll also be in front of the stack of the items you're trying to duplicate. So once you do that, you can go ahead and just hit B, and you should see the items fall to the ground. So once you do that, you can go ahead and see in the inventory, we still have 7 ancient blades, but I can go ahead and pick these up. And now you see I have 12 ancient blades. Alright, so this will be the second glitch. This one is probably the best for beginners because it does not have any requirements except some quick timing, and you'll also need the item you want to duplicate in a ledge. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get up to this ledge, and one requirement you will need is you can only have one of the item you're trying to duplicate in your inventory. So I want to duplicate a blue Lionel horn. I'll go ahead and just hold the rest and put it to the side while I'm duplicating it. So I can go ahead and put it there. So now what you're going to do for this glitch is basically you're going to go ahead and take out your weapon, be in the position where you throw it, but go into your menu to grab an item to throw instead. And make sure you grab the item that you're going to use to duplicate. So now make sure you're still holding down on R. The next step you're going to do is jump off this ledge, and basically while you're in mid-air, press the top button on your D-pad like this. So now you're going to keep holding down on R, but you're basically going to let go of the D-pad super quick and then press it again like this. Now once you do this, make sure you can let go of R, and now basically let go of the D-pad and then press it super quickly again. Like that. And now from here, what you can actually do is basically just press X to drop the item. And then you'll notice an item has just appeared behind you, and if that happens, that means this works, which is great. So then basically you can pick up both items and then come up here and pick up the rest of these items, and you will indeed notice now I have 8 instead of the previous 7 that I used to have. So yeah, that's basically that glitch. It's really easy to do and doesn't really have a lot of requirements. That's why it's good for people that just started the game. Alright, so this is the last glitch. This one's pretty good because it doesn't require any timing at all, and it does require a Mineru, and it's also very efficient as well. We'll go ahead and get into it. The steps you're going to need is that you're going to need Mineru, and you can only have 4 of the item you want to duplicate in your inventory, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the Lionel horn again. I'll go ahead and hold only 4 in my inventory, and then I'll go ahead and get on top of Mineru. So now what you're basically going to do is go ahead and dismiss Mineru, and then you're going to hold the 4 items you want to duplicate. So I'll go ahead and hold them, and then from here go to your press minus and go to your adventure log, and then here make sure to watch 2 memories, and you can go ahead and skip them. Alright, now from here you can go ahead and press B to exit out. And you should notice Link should just fall to the ground normally, but when you go into your inventory, it should show that you're still holding items. If that happens, that's good. So now the next step that you're going to do is go ahead and throw the items you want to duplicate onto the ground. So I can go ahead and do that, and you should notice the number should go into the negatives. Just like that. And now what you can do is basically it should show that you're still holding the item if you're in your inventory. Now just hold any other item, then simply drop it on the ground, and you should see more appear, and then you can go ahead and collect them. And then just like that, you have actually duplicated the item, which is really nice. This one's also really efficient, but it does need Mineru, so you will have to have some progression in the game. But that is pretty much it, and it's really easy. Alright, so that will indeed be it for today, guys. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you and it lets you get through the game a lot easier. This will definitely help you get a lot of money if you're trying to duplicate items for rubies, or if you want to duplicate Lionel horns for your weapons. But anyways, if this tutorial was helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it'll help out a ton. Anyways, bye guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Yay!